I'd like to go right into introducing Lisa. There's a couple, we've been talking TV. I see that Liz, you've been hanging out with us today. Liz just joined the Women's Channel family. Lisa also just joined the Women's Channel family. So we're looking forward to in the next few months seeing the shows that you put out on the station. But let me introduce you to this incredible woman. Lisa Attanasio. I practice your last name. She is an international medium and psychic. She is a founder of the Heavenly Soul and Spirit Corporation. What we're going to talk about today is listen to your intuition and anything is possible. The thing that you may not know about Lisa is that she loves to sing opera. Yay! And the music, the music that she loves and she's listening to right now is the Fight Song by, I'm sure we all know the Fight Song by Rachel Patton, and it's incredible. The gift she's going to give to every single person, and again, she will put it in the chat after, is a mini 30-minute psychic medium session. And then one person is going to get the whole deal, and they're going to have a private medium session for them or an animal reading. And we thank you so much for that. So let's have a little conversation. Let's chat, shall we?
Yes. So what I'm actually giving is just a little information about animal communication. They can go get that. And it's about animal and anxiety and a bio, and then 1 free hour of evidential mediumship and psychic readings. So I just wanted to kind of let them know. I'm Lisa Attanasio, so thank you, Deb, for welcoming me on so beautifully. I want to thank you. And my business started, let me take you back to my introduction. So my spiritual journey began in 2020 during COVID. And my journey wasn't an easy one. I want to tell you about I got married, I had a child. I never saw myself in a business. I wasn't ever a businesswoman. I was a social worker at heart with a master's degree. But then I had an awakening, a spiritual awakening. And Spirit came and said, I was always a medium, but Spirit came and said, Lisa, there's a journey out there for you. There's so much more. So I was 45 years old during COVID, and we all have intuition. You and I have it. It's something that you're born with. And Spirit said, it's extraordinary. You got to just listen to it. Where my business was born out of that, out of trust. So I want to share that with you today, my story, but also I want to share my obstacles that I had to face. I know every woman here, no matter what business you're in, you had to face obstacles. So I never imagined that my business would grow to where it is in 2025. So I doubted myself, probably like everyone else here. I said to myself, stay small, don't grow, but Spirit had other plans. So I started during COVID. My husband said, start a business. Why don't you just go to Bloomingdale's or go shopping? That's probably a better idea than starting a business. I said, no, Danny, I want to start a business. So my gift isn't really a gift. It's an ability that has to be trained like an athlete. So I'm an evidential medium, which means we prove that there's life after death. So I went across the pond to Arthur Findlay College, where it's the best college in the world for mediums. And I didn't go once, I went twice. And I worked with Tony Stockwell, who is an international medium. It's called a tutor. And I worked with many tutors. And then I took 200 courses. And he's like, is that enough education? I'm like, yeah, I think it is now. And he goes, I think I'm ready to start a business now. And he was really by my side. So I called it heavenly soul in spirit because I sat in the power. It's like your vehicle, and it just came to me. And so it wasn't enough. I wanted a symbol, and it was a butterfly because a butterfly to me is like a transformation, like a cocoon. You're coming out of the dark into this beautiful butterfly. So that was my symbol. But as you know, I didn't have an overnight success. It was very difficult. And I know some of you probably know what I'm talking about. We face struggles, they're deep and they're hard. And I didn't have a roadmap. It was very difficult. I had to get a PR person. I had to have word of mouth, go on TV. So all that had to happen to take place. And I just had to trust the process. Probably everybody's heard of that, right? It's cliche. I want to quote Michelle Obama because I love this quote. Michelle Obama once said, "There is no limit to what as we as women can accomplish." And that's the truth I want to carry forward today. So I faced obstacles, like I told you, that nearly broke me. Doubt, fear. But I want you to know this. This is what I learned. I learned that obstacles strengthen you. They don't stop you. They shape you. They remind you of the power that lives within you, right? And so don't let your obstacles stop you. So I want to ask you, what's your dream? What's the dream that you haven't maybe dreamed of that's not maybe big enough or it's scary? This is my dream. This is my dream to have this business. But maybe you haven't taken that dream because it's something that just doesn't light you up, or maybe it hasn't been the right time. So I'm telling you, take that risk, because if you don't say yes to yourself, then it's not big enough. Your obstacles don't define you, but your response to them does. Every time you rise, every time you say yes to yourself, you create a ripple effect to every woman around you. So intuition is not something mystical or unattainable. We all have it from the minute you're born. Now, can you imagine that every woman here today, if she would listen to it, what would that look like? When I was building my business, I didn't have a roadmap. I was in the dark, but I did have that inner compass. It was kind of nudging me and telling me, Lisa, listen to it. So going back to that same gift that everybody has, if you imagine that every woman has that inner tool, can you imagine if we would start to listen to it, to trust it, the communities that would heal, the women that would trust it? What would that look like? Just for a moment. Just close your eyes. Imagine that. Imagine the businesses that would be created, the voices that would rise. I know what that looks like. So I have a tool that I want to put out there for everybody. It's a playlist of songs. I know Deb loves songs. So she just talked about Rachel Platten, right? The fight song. It's about being a victim to being a survivor. We all know somebody out there that's been that. It's about a little boat on an ocean. So a playlist is really awesome because in spiritualism, we know that vibrations raise the atmosphere. So positive emotions like love, light, like love, joy, compassion, they raise the atmosphere. So what you put out, you get in return. So we do that before we do readings. So if you do that in your business, miracles can happen. So think of a song that makes you happy, and that will create a different atmosphere. So I have another quote about intuition. So Maya Angelou once said, "Nothing can dim the light which shines within." That light is your intuition, your power, and your truth. So trust it. So my message is quite simple. Believe in your dreams, trust your intuition, and rise above the impossible. Because when one woman rises, she lights the way for countless others. And when we rise together, there's truly no limit. So I want to thank you for allowing me to share my journey. And I want you to walk out of here today knowing your light is strong and knowing that your voice is powerful and your dreams are within reach. Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. There's so much there, and I happen to know you personally, so I'm just congratulations. That was really powerful. Before we get to your gift at all, let's just do some hearts and some love and what